Enjoying yourself a wee bit there, J Mac.
That was I.
Haying a wee sing song, aye. Haying a wee sing song. Good evening, all in one. It's one and all. It is Sunday at 9 p.m, which can only mean one thing, J Mac. It means that we are live tonight talking about films like every other Sunday at 9 p.m. And tonight's film of choice, Corey Feldman's The Birthday, which, by the way, wasn't. They say this film was a lost film. That it's one that everybody was like, well, whatever happened to that film that he was in that nobody can ever find? It came out in 2004, directed by Eugenio Mira.
Perfect.
Was it actually?
I think it was not far off.
Written also by the same person, and Mikel Alvarino.
Can't use much credit on that one, mate.
It's obviously, it was originally a Spanish film, of course, not subtitled. It's not an Italian for once. Stars Corey Feldman, Jack Taylor, Erica Pryor. Corey Feldman's greatest performance, according to
Him.
Corey Feldman. Do you not think, do you think he was handed the script for this and went, this is my chance, this is my Forrest Gump role?
I think he got handed the script for this and without reading it went, I'll do anything, mate. I'll do anything.
You think so?
Aye. Well, maybe no, he does have a bit of an ego. Is this when you tell me you've got him on as a surprise guest tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, next week. I did ask him to come on this week, do you know that? And as per, his people didn't get back to me. So
he's people. He's got people now, you know.
All I'll say is this, right? I gave myself a time of the week where I went, right, I'm going to do this, but if he comes on, I'll no do it. So just make sure you pay a sharp eye to our outro.
Okay.
To be fair, right?
I never normally say this, but I'm really looking forward to the end of this episode.
Well, by the way, I'd like to just state I'm a huge Corey Feldman fan, right? Of his earlier films, of course, and of his Spinal Tap-ish type of music career as well. I love it all, man.
This film actually did remind me that Corey Feldman actually can act. Do you know, he was by far the best thing about this film. And that doesn't say a lot for how good your film is, do you know what I mean? but he actually wasn't terrible in this. He was. Nah. I would actually go so far as to say that he was likable. I think maybe there was a few occasions where they could have done with a take two. But I think for the most part, he actually did carry this thing.
This thing. Aye. I can't imagine so many people have seen it, but I'm going to put out here a wee couple of bits and bobs. These are a couple of scenes. That wee guy at the end.
He looks like he's just farted and's waiting for them to smell it.
One of them's already smelt it. Guess which one?
The guy whose hair changed colour. Yeah.
Have you ever? Yeah, it's like when someone says, "Oh, that fart, man, it singed my nose hairs." Singed my nostril hairs, man.
You ever farted in a room, then walked out and back in again and forgot it was yours? Being like, what? Oh, wait, it's mine. Yeah.
No. Oh, yes. Corey Feldman as Norman Forrester. How does Feldman's performance differ from his performances in the 80s? Would you say that... Well, in fact, J-Mac, what's your opinion on his performance here?
My opinion on it, like, he's playing totally against type. He's normally playing characters that are pretty confident in themselves, pretty self-assured. But in this one, he's like a wee nervous wreck for most of it. And it was actually cool to see him doing something a wee bit different, because he is just normally the kind of, pardon the pun, but the wee mouthy one. And he was far from that in this. Like, he's just a guy trying his best to get his girlfriend to like him. She's a bitch, isn't she?
She's a bit much. But again, that's how we all portray our better halves, right?
No.
Not me. Did you? What was your favourite Corey Feldman performance?
Uh, growing up, probably the Goonies. Between the Goonies and Stand By Me.
Lost Boys.
You know my
Friday the
Lost Boys
13th, Part
feeling,
4.
man. I actually think the Lost Boys. He didn't. This is controversial. I don't think Corey Feldman added anything to that because to me he was too cartoonish even for that type of film, and that deep voice he was trying to put on as a kid.
Rubber.
It's like, we're fighters for truth, justice, and the work away. It's like, aye, why don't you just speak with a normal voice, you prick?
I understand, but then in Lost Boys 2, Lost Boys the Tribe, it's like his character has never grown up. He's still the same kid. Everybody else has grown up. He's still like, vampires, ugh.
Get that on a t-shirt. Vampires, ugh.
It's so Feldman-y, isn't it?
I think I don't think he was such an integral part of the Lost Boys. I think it would have done just as well without him. Anybody else could have done that role. Oh, maybe I'm just lying, Truth, justice, America way, yeah.
I think it was the link between the Lost Boys and the Goonies, mate. Because he's basically a Goonie. Goonies is, people have described Lost Boys as a vampire horror version of Goonies, which is not far wrong.
I don't know. I think the Goonies is way more fun.
I would understand that.
I don't want to spend too much time talking about his old ones. Let's get stuck into this beast because I'm sure you watched it all.
Aye, most of it. Aye, it was. There's a reason it got lost.
The thing is, saying it was lost, I just think it wasn't released in America. I think that's when you see the stuff that does get released in America, you have to wonder how bad something has to be for it not to get released in America. The thing is, it doesn't feel like an American film. It's clear that it's made by a different ilk, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because there's a lot of good stuff comes out of Europe
America.
and other parts of the world apart from America. In fact, I think America are really lagging at the minute with content or good content compared to the rest of the world. But this certainly isn't one that I'd put up there. It started strong. I was enjoying it. Like for the first wee scene in that, we were kind of getting to know his character and that. I was enjoying it. Mm-hmm. And then
the straight shooting.
It went on, and then it went on, and then it just to change pace, it fucking went on. And I'm not even sure if I've finished watching it yet. It might still be on somewhere.
Matthewman says, "Holla gents, happy Sunday. Before you shite all over it, just saying I kind of liked it." What, mate? What gives you that? Kev's notification sounds are still on. My notification sounds?
Well, I've not
I
heard
don't know what it
anything.
means. I've heard nothing. I don't have any notifications.
Nobody likes me.
Nobody talks to me, Matthewman. What do you mean by that? Kev's notification sounds are still on. I don't have any notifications. Nobody's speaking to us. Aye, nobody's pinged me. Anyway, I'm sure he'll tell me.
Pinged me.
Aye, haven't they been pinged? Here, Matthewman does like a load of shite. However, was this shite?
You tell me, Kevin.
Matthewman says, ping. What?
I'm
What
not
is he
getting
talking about, man?
I'm hearing nothing.
I'm hearing nothing, and I'm apparently the one getting pinged. I'm being pung here.
I'm being pung. The past tense of ping, pung.
I'm being pung.
Pungied.
I'm getting pung it. Pungled. No ping. No ping for where I'm sitting, mate. So I've no idea what the hell you're talking about. Imagine throwing a big spanner like that in the works, man. There's Corey Feldman in his glory these days. Don't you think what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Did you have that ready to go for that moment?
No, did I? Hell. You ken what it's like, mate. Aye, Corey Feldman these days has become a bit of a cultural icon, wouldn't you say?
No.
I don't think so.
Like with his recent shenanigans?
Mixmaster Musical Genius, do you mean?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
If that's what you mean, then yes.
Aye.
Matthew was like, must be my shitey phone. Imagine blaming your pings on me, Matthew, man. Unbelievable, man. Nobody's even pinging me, man.
So I think he's whether intentional or not, he's become a wee bit of a joke recently, with his guitar solos and.
You mean his shredding?
No, I mean his like when he himself is playing an instrument on stage and nobody else is doing anything.
No,
it's like he's trying to be his own wah-wah pedal and forgot to connect himself. Oh, bit my tongue there.
I think it's genius.
It's a genius way to get noticed again, but for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean?
I think so.
The guy is and was talented. He's either. I worry for his mental health.
Mate, did you see Justin Hawkins made a video talking about how Corey Feldman is a fraud? But he meant it in like a funny way. He was like, it's a fraud. Like he's intentionally being Corey Feldman of Spinal Tap, and he's in on the joke. So I love the fact that he's a fraud. And Corey Feldman's on like David Letterman, and he's like, yeah, there's a guy in England saying I'm a fraud. This guy, nobody even knows who he is. And it's Justin Hawkins for the darkness, right? And he's like, he shit all over me and then he plugs his tour. Right? And Justin Hawkins responded and was like, did I? Goes back. He goes back to his video and he shits all over him and then goes, my upcoming tour. And then he's like, oops. He's like, so I did. But then he's like extended an apology and was like, Cory, my friend, I don't think you understand. I'm marveling at you. I love you. Come on, we'll talk. I'm awfully sorry, Corey Feldman. So
I don't think I seen the whole video, but I did see some of that video.
That's so good.
But like I say, this film is a wee reminder that he actually does have acting ability. He was worth his salt. In the acting community back in the day. He's just went a wee bit wayward, you could say.
Well, it didn't help about the whole documentary I made. Did anybody ever see that doc?
I think I seen it.
No, did you order it and you were going to watch it on the night of, but it got pulled or something like that?
Something's telling me I seen it.
Because you said to me, Kev, I'm buying it, coming into mine, we'll watch it. And I'm like, yes. And then you're like, oh, it's been pulled.
I might be wrong. But it was going to be some kind of mad Hollywood expose. And
guess what it was? It was nothing.
Never turns out to be that. It's like when you're watching a UFO documentary and every time it opens with the same thing, it's like, will this be the proof of extraterrestrial life? Stay tuned to find out. Nah, it's no gonna be that because we've not made enough effort and we're just doing the same shit that every other fucker's done for the last 90 fucking year.
That's true. West Lothian FF Film Festival. Chris says, can you hear any notifications? You can. Thank you, Chris. Confirming that Matthewman is...
He's got a shitey phone.
It must be your Nokia, mate.
It must be a Nokia's didn't be shite.
No, I know, that's true. I made
it's the only phone you could physically shite on and it'll still work.
J Mac's like, trust me.
Trust me, I've accidentally shat on many a phone. I used to keep them in my back pocket because I was scared of ball cancer back in the day. And shat on many a phone.
And now I only have a Nokia.
Nokia, you can shit on them and they still work. Visit nokia.co.uk. Should start doing adverts now.
I like that though. Those would be the best adverts. People would remember them.
Would they? It would be fucking brilliant. Spa when everything else is shut.
Day one for Mr. Azad round the corner.
Mr. Azad? Just any random generic shop located on the corner of a street?
100%.
All right, aye. When you don't mind stuff being out of date. Come on, give us another one. Let's keep it going.
Prestos.
Step back in time to a shithole.
What we got? Vapes for you.
All right. Okay. Don't mind early death. Pop in.
Yang Sing.
Yang Sing. Yang Sing. When you haven't tried anywhere else yet.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. We're fucking class.
No, mate. McDonald's, man. You can always guarantee one thing, and that's you're not getting your order.
It's one of these things where it's happened often enough that now I always check before I drive away.
You have to.
Like, you feel their eyes rolling when you open the bag, but you're like, fuck it, you roll them. You roll them,
roll those
Chantel.
eyes.
Chantel, get them rolled back as far as you want. I'm checking this. Lo and behold, I'm a hash brown short. You fucking pimp.
Walk your ass back there and get me a fresh hash brown. Mate, I went off my head. I've never been that guy that ever goes in and goes, right, this is what you order. But I mind having an event. I kind of mind whether it was Dick Dynamite or something. I had a big event on in the cinema, right? Loads of folk there, and I'm like, I've had nothing all day. I need to run out quickly. I'll get myself food, and there was my kids as well, all right? And I'm like, through the drive-thru, and I'm now, can you park up? And I'm sitting there for fucking like 30 minutes, and I'm like, so I shout the boy over. I'm like, mate, what's going on with my order? And he's like, oh, I'll check for you. I watch him go back in and start fucking cleaning the tables. Didn't he check for me? I can see him through the window. I was like, nah. I walked in there and I went straight up, cut right through the queue, and I was like, fucking right. I was like, how many fucking said it?
Scooby doing it.
Mate, I went fucking Scooby-Doo on their asses. Before you know it, I had like fucking everything. Extra hope, fucking everything in my hands. I could have said I had one of everything and they gave me it. They just wanted me at that fucking shop.
And then I put my knife away and left.
I might as well have had a knife on me, mate, because I was fucking raging.
But I had it once
Honestly.
as well. Like I was on my way to work, didn't have a lot of time, so I popped into McDonald's and I thought, right, I'm just going to get something I know that they'll have ready, so I don't need to wait. So I went and ordered 2 double cheeseburgers, right? Paid for it, went to the next window. Can you just park up, please? I said, no. Can I just get a refund? I don't have time to wait. She's like, oh, hang on a minute. Comes back with 2 cheeseburgers. I was like, why are you making me wait if you can have it ready? You know what I mean? It's called fast food. It's no sit and wait for fucking ages food.
Mate, I love that that's you're a freak to compared to my freak
Like you've got your own theme music with that stuff. I just imagine you walking out and saying boom, 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 boom. I'm like
he falls over. No, mate, I was proper raging, so I was just I didn't fuck with a couple of things. One, a guy's barbecue, a guy's thermostat, or his missus, or his food.
Aye.
That's it. Come on.
There was
These
more
are
food
laws.
involved stuff there than your wife.
But they're all things you eat, right?
Nice.
Oh, I wish I still had that. Nice.
Nice.
Did you think this film was nice, J Mac?
No, like it started quite strong in my opinion. I was enjoying like getting to know Norman. Like
Said no one ever.
the way he was talking and like it wasn't the Corey Feldman we all know. And I actually quite liked that. And he had this strange kind of speech problem that only showed up every now and again. Like he didn't pronounce all his S's like that, but some of them were.
I know.
But no, he was likable. He was kind of goofy and just a bit kind of dim, you could say. And I was quite enjoying getting to know the character. But then once I felt like I knew him, I was like, right, so what's happening? Right, so what's happening? I ask again, what's happening? And this is the first comedy, horror, mystery, sci-fi that I've ever seen that's got no special effects in it. Like none.
Mate, Janice says, hey guys, sorry I'm late. We're in the laundromat. Crappy Wi-Fi. Janice, it's a pleasure to have you, of course. Very happy that you're even tuning in all the way from Alabama. No, where is it? Indiana. Indiana. All the way from Indiana.
All the way from Alabama, Indiana.
Exactly. Ross, my man, says, evening chaps. Happy to have you here again, Ross. I hope you've checked out this film, The Birthday, which is available on Arrow's store, on Arrow's player. If you go to www.arrow-player.com for the price of a coffee, you can sign up for your 2-week free trial. And if you do that, you'll be able to watch all the bangers that are there. J-Mac, you get us kicked off TikTok, man. Imagine that. You've got to disguise it, make it look like it's diluting juice.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Let's see if we're still live on TikTok. Are we still live on TikTok? Oh, it's just come up saying, J-Mac, you fud, that shoe's off again. I'm joking. I'm pretty sure last time was because of me. Because I basically dangled a beer bottle in front of the camera.
But
and the thing is, it wasn't even a beer bottle. That's the best of it. But AI, right? AI was like, nah, mate, you're definitely...
It might have just been the energy drink thing. Like, because obviously they're a bit demonised now and trying not to let kids drink them and stuff. So it might have been that.
Nah, because I used the word alcohol saying, look at this can, this looks exactly like alcohol. But I can't believe it's no alcohol. It was
Zap!
No, mate! Your life contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. Reasons: alcohol, tobacco, and drugs. Great, it is.
So it is me.
It is you, 100% you, ya prick, man.
Nice.
Oh no, you've got us that.
It's restricted. It's restricted. It's
Aye.
not banned. It's not kicked off. It just means that it'll go to anybody that's over 18, which on TikTok is like me. So, yeehaw, still get a viewer.
Look, the counter stopped now. I close my eyes only for a moment, and that moment's gone.
Right,
well.
next week it goes in a glass.
Yeah, we've got to, mate. We've got to that, or I'm going to have to bring up a wee J-Max no drinking. Like, what I'll do is I'll get like a wee thing that'll pop up on the screen saying J-Max definitely no taking a drink. There's definitely no alcohol, tobacco, or drugs involved in this scene. Right? Unbelievable. There's me sitting joking about it, and it shows up. You're live. Oh, what, man?
Let me just have a quick look and see if I can, like, if I go to our page, and see if it's actually still live.
You'll see us kicking about there. Nards. Oh no, I shouldn't be here. I'm just a kid, and life is a nightmare. Oh, what a tune, mate.
Oh, life is a nightmare. Yeah, we're still live. Definitely still live.
Oh, class! Did you hear that? No.
No.
So Ross, my man, someone, I think it might have been Ross, someone just followed us on TikTok, and anytime we get a TikTok follower, this plays.
I like children.
So it popped into my ears.
I would say that's more likely to get us banned than a wee Thatcher's Vintage.
No, but the best it is when I uploaded the clip, it went through like a check to make sure it was suitable, and it was like, yeah, this works. Ross says we're still on TikTok. Class, cheers, man. Because it's hard. It's hard sometimes. We get banned for everything these days, eh? Janice says they can screw themselves laughing my ass off. Yes, I am in a mood. Janice, what has enraged you on this fine Sunday
I can't
evening?
Imagine Janice ever being in a mood. I just imagine she kind of bounces out of bed in the morning. She's like, "Hey, welcome, bring on the day, motherfuckers." But obviously, no. What's wrong with me, Janice? What's wrong?
I know, you need to tell us.
Are things pish? Your favourite word? Are things pish?
Uncle Jay'll fix it. By the way, coming up in the next couple of weeks, we've got this absolute banger soon, which is Fist of Fury. We'll be watching and chatting about it. And also, the stuff. Tell me, what is that coming at her eyes, J-Mac?
I think it's landed on her eyes. I can't be 100% sure. I've never seen the stuff. But it looks like it's more landed on her than is coming out of her. I don't know. I could be wrong. Matthewman, keep us right.
Matthewman, that's one of his all-time faves. Oh, how little you know about me.
Aye, all right, Janice, calm down.
I know, starting on J-Mac now. Eh? She's like, I'm in a huff, and now you're getting it. That's no J-Mac's body.
Mate, how do you know? How do you know? I mean, there's nothing.
Right.
There's nothing to suggest in this frame that
I've seen J-Mac.
I don't have the body of a god.
I've seen J-Mac in the Scud. That's definitely him.
That's Jay Ozempmac.
Jay was no, because you'd look me like a fucking zombie, and you'd have posted it on Facebook like 40 times a week on your journey and how great you are and how everybody can be just like you.
Aye.
And so far, I don't see any posts like that. So you must not be on the Zimp. Can we say that on TikTok without getting in trouble, man?
Must not be on the Zimp.
Mate, I'm gonna have to confess something to you here, right here, right now.
Uh-huh.
My fellow Jibber Jabbians, I did not watch the screener of The Birthday, so I have no fucking clue how good this film is, and I'll tell you why.
So when I asked you at the beginning how much of this did you watch, and you said most of it, you fucking lied.
I mean, when I say most of it that was available to me. Aye.
What do you mean?
Well, I turned the screener on and it kept coming up saying error in playback, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I put it back on again. Error playback. I went, nah, mate. Error playback. I went, well, if you don't want me to watch it, I can't review it. And I went this.
Right, I'm going to challenge you right now.
Okay.
Try it the new and show me what comes up.
I wasn't watching it via my PC. I was watching it in my telly, in my living room.
Right. See, I've gave up trying to do that because I've always got problems with the screeners on that.
Always works with me. It always works with me. Just didn't this time, and I thought, Ken, what? Nah. Ross says birthday party cancelled. Well, I thought, well, do you know what? I thought I remember a time where J Mack and I made a deal that one day that one of us would no watch a film and just bullshit their way through the episode and see if they could pull the wool over their eyes.
Well,
I never even got the episode started, and Jamie was like, you didn't watch this, did you? I'm like, what the fuck is this?
100%. And one of the other reasons that even once we started the show, one of the other reasons that I knew you hadn't watched it is because you were just far too interested in my opinion.
I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? I'm not even hit fucking go live yet.
So what did you think of this, J-Mac? I mean, I can, in fact, I'll let you go, J-Mac.
Nard says, have you watched Corey's musical performances? My clip, you play is better. Well, it's funny because
We get a karaoke this thing, mate, and sing it.
there is a Corey Feldman feel to that clip, right?
Which is quite sad considering that's like a 10-year-old boy, you know, in his living room, just having a gas, probably past his bedtime, just loving the fact that he's still up. You know what I mean?
Aye.
But he's went the other way. Normally, when you're up past your bedtime, you just try and sit there and be quiet. Like, right, if I'm quiet, nobody will notice me. He's like, nah, I'm doing karaoke.
Well, that wee guy went on to become
We
Paul
get
Rudd.
karaoke this thing, mate, and sing it.
Class, man. What was it? I had wrote something about Wolfman's Got Nards the other day. Can't remember what it was. I was saying somebody, check out Wolfman's Got Nards and hit him up for something. And I can't mind the fuck what it is. Here, Nards, if anything cool happens in your life, mate, you're welcome.
It was definitely him.
Can't mind what it was, though. Nard says, too many sweeties in that video. It was Halloween night. I see. Better watch about talking about sweeties before we get banned off TikTok again. Aye.
So you never watched it?
No, I watched the first wee bit where he talked about a pen. And the pen, he was like, I can give you the money for the pen. We'll just say it's for Vegas. And she's like, whatever, bitch. And then it stopped, and I thought, and then I thought, 2 hours, man, 2 hours. So see if this is shite, it's going to be a long 2 hours. But if it's class, it'll feel like 40 minutes, right?
I'll tell you something, man. It's 5 hours I'm never going to get back.
Well, on that note, I'm quite glad that it burst. So do you think it was good? No?
No, man. It would have made a good short film.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? Like half an hour long. Didn't have to be any longer than half an hour. It was just so drawn out with nonsensical pish and the sound in it. Like
I noticed that as well.
People talking in that was fine, but they had this band playing in the background a lot of the time, like at the party, and the sound for the band was coming through too heavy, and it was probably deliberate. It's probably supposed to annoy you in some way, which it probably does. It actually does at parties. Like if you're at a party and the band's playing, you're trying to talk to somebody, you're like, turn the fucking drums down, man. You know what I mean? But I just found that there was actually And there's other weird noises start going on when things start going really mental. But one subtitle came up because I had the captions on, because I actually found it so hard to hear the conversations with this fucking band playing all at the time.
The captions.
I had to put the subtitles on because I'm old, Ken. And then
So
I put the subtitles on, and
and
at one point a subtitle came up, and it said discordant rumbling, right? And I thought that's what they should have called this film.
Discordant rumbling.
Discordant rumbling. It was a load of nonsense, man. Like, and in fact, like he gave, back in the day, he gave Jordan Peele a private screening of this film, and Jordan Peele selected it for a film festival that he was curating, and I can't help but think Jordan Peele just did him a massive favour, because our film's better than this.
Maybe he done him a favour because he owes him after...
That Where did you get
his
that?
face? My son Harry brought it to me and was like, put that in your cupboard before it gets lost. It's wee K McAllister, man. Look.
That's class, man. Where did you get that?
Oh, we had to buy it online. It was like fucking more than you'd ever want to pay for an action figure because it's the official one. Cool, eh? His heat changes to another one and all, by the way. Look. Rip his heat off. Put it like that.
That's fantastic, man.
We call this the Diddy Party heat. Syrian, literally.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So, this is, like I said, a film that I didn't mind when it first started, but as it went on, I was like, nah. This just isn't for me. There's one guy in it as well, this guy that's like he's like the guy that knows what's going on, and he's kind of trying to get Norman to help him.
The wise janitor.
And he's exactly that. And his performance was just, it was like Christopher Lloyd cranked up to 40. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, class.
Just like, you gotta look after your girlfriend. You gotta look after. You gotta help me. You gotta help me. Excuse me.
Being kicked off.
So this is pish. It's pretty pish.
I mean, but if you would like to go ahead and check out for yourself, you can go to arrow-player.com, and these are the people that send us the screeners, and check out our episodes to make sure we're promoting these films. Sign up today for your 2-week free trial, and you can see how pish it is as well.
That's the thing, though, man. A lot of people like pish.
That's true.
So,
Matthew, man, no pointing any elbows.
But somebody might like it. Corey Feldman does.
He said it was his best role.
I think he said it was his favourite acting performance, and I would maybe actually give him that. I think like his acting in this was pretty decent, in the grand scheme of things. But maybe it was just because the rest of the film was so bad, his acting looked better than it was. I don't know. It was just a big mishmash of nothing happening. Then when they tried to make everything happen, it just fell flat in its face. It's like, I don't mind a slow burn, but a slow burn has to explode at the end, and I just felt like this one just went.
He said it was his proudest role.
Good for you, mate.
Like, I'm most proud of this role because I was like Forrest Gump. Glad I didn't watch it. Oh, Janice, mate. That's when you know. See, when Janice is glad she's no check sat in it.
Aye. It's always a strong start for a podcast when only one person has watched it, the two hosts and anybody watching it.
Nard says, I'm still angry Cory blocked me on Twitter, even though I gave him a lovely tummy rub. Oh, mate, what did you say that got you banned? He's never really responded to me. I tried to speak to his people. They weren't having it. However, I do have a friend that's good friends with him, so I could probably, but I didn't really want to push it because do I really want it that hard, like that bad? Do I really want to have Cory come on here and be like, yeah, that'll cost you 500k?
Well, if you do ever have him on, I'm doing my fucking hair that night.
I'm right. You'd be straight on here going, Cory, you were so good in Goonies. Oh, I just love you.
He was good in Goonies. He was good in Stand By Me. He was good in License to Drive. Your Park, Your Park. Yeah. But no, and I said he was decent in this, but it was just the wrong film for him. It was just a bad bad fucking movie.
Nard says, I said his performance was brilliant in the Goonies. He liked to comment and then ban me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I've been blocked off quite a few. I actually lost my old Twitter account. I got blocked off quite a few celebrities. I was a genuine question to Hulk Hogan. I was just asking, how come is it all his new wives look like his daughter? They do. They looked exactly like his daughter. Ban me. Got me fucking blocked.
Oh, I can understand his frustration at the question.
Mate, anybody listening to this right now, go Google Hulk Hogan's wives. Now, apart from the one that's actually the mother of his daughter, who should look like his daughter, look at his two wives since his daughter and tell me they don't look like his daughter.
Well, it sounds like you could. It sounds quite accusatory. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All I was saying is, here, how come is it that your new wife looks like your daughter? How come? Was that by design? Like, did you think there's someone that looks like my daughter?
See you later, brother.
Let's put a ring on it, brother.
You know, brother of mine.
Brother. So, I felt like that was a genuine question to ask. Got blocked.
But one thing I did like about Corey Feldman in this film that only I've fucking watched, is like I did like his voice. Like, he's got this really thick kind of New York, Brooklyn style accent, which I've never heard him doing any other accent than the one he was gifted. So it was cool to hear him doing that, and that little speech problem that he had was kind of cute. It was a bit Adam Sandler.
It was a bit Ice Age.
It was a bit Sid for Ice Age. I agree with that. They left without me. They do this every year. It was a gang line must be the last one of the season.
Yeah, Wolfman's got Nard says his wives looked like Jimmy Snuka and Big Boss Man. No, that was his first wife. The ones after that. Big Boss Man, R.I.P.
I wish I knew what they looked like.
Not shaggable.
Really? Is that why he shagged everybody else?
I mean, in my humblest of opinion, Big Boss Man and Jimmy Snuka didn't quite do the job for me. But you'll love it.
Have they got strong
They've got
joints?
Strong thighs and thighs. Rhea Ripley, eat your hair out, mate. Eat your hair right out. Do you know?
Eat any minute.
Fucking hell. I'm going to go back and watch this film when I get a wee bit of time. I will watch it.
I'm going to go back and watch this film that I'm reviewing now. I feel like you played me, man. I just lost 9 hours of my life watching that shit. And you're just sitting there like, I'm not watching it. I don't believe you that you were having playback problems.
I promise you, I'll get my wife to confirm it. I said to her, do you know what I said to her? I said, by the way, I'm going to watch this film. And I says, usually folks shit on Corey Feldman. I said, but a lot of people said this was actually one of his better ones. She says, what's it about? I say, well, according to the synopsis, goes to a party he shouldn't be at. A lot of wild shit starts happening. I says, you want to watch it with me, or will I just go and watch it myself? Okay, fire it on. Turn it on. Oh, it's not working. Turn it on. Oh, she says, why don't we just watch Game of Thrones? I went, no, I need to watch this. It's for the podcast. I went, it's not working. Fuck it. Put episode back on. Watch Jon Snow.
So in preparation for the birthday, you watched Game of Thrones. That's beautiful, son. That's beautiful. So I had to endure a 58-hour slog in nonsense, and you're sitting there watching HBO's finest. Raging, mate. Raging.
I tried. I was actually raging at the screener. I was like, well, you obviously don't want me to see this, so...
See, if that was me, what I'd have done, if Melanie had agreed to sit and watch it with me, and I tried to put it on and it wasn't working, I'd have been like, sorry, Mel, I'm going to need to go and watch this on my PC. And I would have went and watched it anyway. Kevin, nah, Game of Thrones.
Do you know, it's funny. I went less, because you know that wee moment where you've got the white devil and the red devil, right? Kev, you could go through to your PC and turn it on and all that. Or you could just watch Game of Thrones. Kev, you need this for the podcast. That'll be funny. Watching J Mack say what's what and Kev just nodding along. And I was like, And I thought, come to think of it, there's still a moment to happen here where I've not watched something and he has, and I'm I love testing myself. I want to see how far I can get without him knowing I've no seen.
The thing is, like, I sent a couple of things when I was watching it, like about the film, and normally you'd be like, mate, save it for the show. I got fucking nothing, not a thing. Even when I sent my wee impression of Corey Feldman to him, didn't even get a laughing face or nothing. Absolutely hee-haw.
Which, by the way,
and then as soon as I came on here the night, I was like, how much of this did you see, mate? You're like, I missed it. Like, I think you do, like, if we watch a terrible film and the director says, do you like it?
Aye. mate, but does that not just say how authentic I actually am? Like, I would, even though I didn't lie. I didn't laugh at what you said to me about the film and that pre-hand. I couldn't do it. I couldn't let on like I knew what you were talking about. Couldn't do it.
Because you didn't know what I was talking about.
Right? That's my point. So you know that I'm no full of shite.
Watched most of it. No full of shite. Right.
No, missed it. What I could see.
I watched 100% of what I could see. Aye. Brilliant. Brilliant.
2 minutes in the intro.
I don't know how many times. Ow, bit my tongue.
Ow.
I don't know how many times watching this I actually went. And you're just sitting there lording it up with the fucking Snow King or whatever his name is.
With the Night King.
That's his name. Fucking Snow King.
Snow King. That's Frozen. Mate, FYI, by the way, J Mack and I on our very first year of the podcast, I interviewed the Night King, and J Mack that day got to meet the love of his life, Carolyn Monroe. And it was all downhill since then. Yeah, I mean, I actually asked the Night King to come back on the show, waiting on a response. I basically messaged his agent and was like, just so you know, I ken Big Furdo. Can I emailed him before? Emailed. That's because I said email. I was like, I've interviewed him before, and just so you know, I'm not a novice. I know there's a language barrier, but I accounted for this the first time round, so we should be all right. Heard nothing back, but we'll see.
Heard nothing back, but we'll see. We'll definitely. I'll wait until he proper hear nothing.
So hopefully he would come back on.
What was his name?
Do it this way.
Is it Alexander Furdick or something?
No, it's Vladimir Furdick.
Oh, sorry.
Alexander.
Hey, I got
Furdick.
I got Furdick right. The bit that's hard to pronounce.
Aye, okay. And I truly, for me, I want to go back and interview him again and do a great interview, because it was my first interview. I was nervous and I could have done it so much better. And you know that way where you look back and you go, one day I'll make that right. I'll do a great job. I truly feel I'm in the position to do so now. So I'll make that happen. I'll manifest it. But the Night King's known this film, or is he, J Mack? Because I've not fucking seen it.
No, nobody except Corey Feldman's in this film. And here's another funny thing that they do, right? His girlfriend's dad in the film is supposed to. He's got one of those, like the hole in his throat sort of thing, because he's had like throat cancer. Aye,
don't look at the camera.
But he doesn't have one of the kind of electronic voice things. He just talks like this for the whole movie, right? So he's talking away for ages, just talking like this. Like he's got a really rough voice. It's a bit like Tobin Bell in the Saw movies. It's a wee bit like that. Play a game. That sort of thing. So he's walking around the party, talking to everybody, blah, 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 blah. You can hear him fine. You know what I mean? You can hear him absolutely fine. But when he goes up to give his speech, he holds the microphone against the hole. I was like, you could have just fucking held it there, because we can hear you fine, mate. You don't need to. I was like, why is they made that choice? And then when he did that, that's when I realised I never even knew he had one of the holes in his throat. And I was like, oh, he must have one of the holes in his throat. But why is he not just talking into the fucking mic? God. Been hearing him fine through the whole film.
Mate, that was like the time that I watched a film was it something like the Born Identity or something like that, and they use a Tascam recorder to like point in the direction of somebody like 10 mile away, and they can hear it. I says, that's not how they work. That's not how they work. Kind of way where you've used something like that's not how they work. That was hilarious.
Have you still got my Tascam?
Aye.
Fucking hell, man! That thing must have mould in it by now.
No, it's got the mark on it where Stu Arnold dropped it and smashed it.
Aye. Well, we love Stu Arnold in this podcast.
Beauty of a guy.
Fucking Stu's Empik. Prick.
Shout out. So
the thing is,
this film,
we had no issue with the guy. Like, he was a bit full of himself, aye, but who in the industry isn't he, right?
he's not in the industry.
Putting that out there. Who's not trying to be in the industry, isn't he?
Fair enough.
But I had a problem with him when he started trying to tell somebody else they were no good at something. And I'm like, nah, that's wank. Like, nobody does that. Nobody. I mean, the guy dresses up as a Terminator and does a shite impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger and gets paid to do it. The guy's lucky that he can do that, right? A guy that we know sent him a message saying, "Oh, I've just got myself a new Terminator costume. What do you think?" And he's just like, "Oh, you'll never be any good. You'll never be as good as me. I'm the best." Like, fuck you, you fucking melt.
R.I.P. Steve.
Aye. Yeah. Oh, those on Britain's Got Talent. Aye. So's every cunt that's not got talent.
This was your response to that. The same way Corey's looking at his missus. Sometimes you gotta put up with crap for the prize. Do you think his prize was worth a crap?
No, because she was an absolute bint to him the whole film. Like, he was trying to talk to her, trying to get her a gift at the beginning, and all she could say was, "Oh, you're." It's like, what the fuck are you wearing? That's annoying. That's such a double standard thing as well. Like, getting ready for a night out, he pops into her room to make sure she's all right, and he's like, "Oh, you look beautiful. You look this. You look that." And she's like, "What the fuck is that shirt, man? You can't fucking wear that. What are you doing? This is my dad's birthday party. You can't wear that shirt. What is that? For like 1920?" He's like, "No, it's my dad's wedding shirt. He wore this to his wedding."
So 1920s then.
And she still was like, "It's pish, mate." And I'm like, imagine a woman came into a guy's room and said, "Oh, you look great, man. The suit looks really good on you. Oh, man, I love the way you've got your hair." And the guy just went, "The fuck you doing wearing a tank top?" Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's out of order. But a woman telling a guy he looks shite is just, that's par for the course, isn't it?
It's just the thing.
There's nothing worse though when you're getting ready to go somewhere and the wife goes, "You wearing that?" It's like, what's wrong with this chicken suit?
No, mine doesn't wear that. She goes, "Are you not getting dressed?" I'm dressed.
Get ready for a wedding wearing a wife beater and a pair of chinos.
Whether it's my wife or his wife, some wife's getting slapped tonight. I'm joking. I'm trying to think, what's the most ridiculous thing you've ever wore to a place that you shouldn't have wore that to? I remember going into my old work dressed as like a Chinese prostitute.
As you do.
This
who hasn't?
This was Morrison's. I was serving. And the best it was, I had big hairy legs and fucking like suit shoes.
You mean you didn't bind your feet to be authentic?
Hell no, man. Hell no. Some folk laughed and was like, "Oh, good sport," because it was one of those dress up day things, and I took it a bit too far.
Aye, like other folk come in dressed as like SpongeBob, and you're like, "I'm a Chinese
No,
brother."
No, they came in with like a t-shirt that says like fucking their favourite band or whatever. You know what I mean? "Oh, I'm wearing my outside clothes today to work." I'm like, fucking, you wet, mate?
"I'm wearing my Chinese dungeon clothes today, man."
Aye. Oh, shits and giggles, eh? Shits and giggles. What's the thing you wore that you shouldn't have to a place?
I remember once going for a date to the theatre when I was with my ex-girlfriend, and I showed up wearing like jeans and a t-shirt,
Oh, you rebel, man.
Which now would be absolutely fine, but back in 2002, it just wasn't the done thing. But I'd never been to the theatre, you know what I mean? I was trying to impress her. She was like, do you want to go see Miss Saigon? I'm like, aye, I'm Miss Sai fucking there, right? And I showed up and she just instantly went in a bad mood, which wasn't unusual because she was a fucking nutter. So I thought nothing of it really. And she never told me what it was for like the whole night. It wasn't until it was actually time to say cheerio. And she was still crabbit. I was like, what is it? And she told me, I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt to the Playhouse. I'm like, no, sorry.
Imagine going off your head in that. Because of that.
Mate, she was half her head. She's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
I'm raging because
she's married now, so good luck, mate.
That's mental. I don't think I'd ever be raging at anybody for wearing something. Like, wear what the fuck you want. If you showed, if I said, Jay Mack, go and meet for a drink, and you showed up in my chicken suit, I'd be like, fucking legend. If anything, you'd go up in my estimation.
Hey, but like, or if I wore something that would actually stop me from getting in to a place, I could understand the frustration.
No, even then.
But I showed up comfortable. You know what I mean?
Which you should. Which you totally should. Ridiculous, man.
If anybody thinks I was out of order for wearing jeans and t-shirt to the theatre, then please let us know in the comments.
Absolutely not. Ginny says we're heading home now to drop off the laundry, then more ends to run. Love you all. Ginny's, have a phenomenal evening when it comes, because you're over in Alabama, so obviously where you are, it's still daylight and all that. Here, it's almost bedtime. You know what I mean? This film, Corey done
Don't
a great
even
job.
try and talk about this film. You fucking banana.
It was all right. Yeah. You win some, you lose some. Sometimes they send us bangers, which I believe this is going to be, because Matthewman says that this is like one of his all times, so it has to be phenomenal. Just look at that, man.
Matthew
Just
also
look at
liked
that.
this film.
I know, Matthewman. Where are you in the
Just
comments
saying.
sticking up for it, mate? Usually you've got me to say than this. Matthewman also, you should come on for the stuff. I wonder how well this will do. I wonder if we'll get a good audience for this. Probably no way. Nobody even knows of Bruce Lee anymore.
Don't you fucking start.
They just think that's that guy for Tekken, Law.
I always used to play as Law because he looked like Bruce Lee.
Who would run up the guy and do that flip and land on their chest. That was class.
Aye, I think that was like a mashup of two different moves for Enter the Dragon. Because he did the flip kick, like the back flip, and he kicked O'Hara in the face. And then right after he did that and O'Hara landed on the ground, he just jumped on his chest and went.
Well, that's par for the course. Ross says, the stuff or Game of Thrones, Kev? Well, I've not seen the stuff yet, but I will watch it this week. Game of Thrones is a must for anybody that hasn't seen it. Ridiculous. J Mac, did you? I recall us talking about Game of Thrones. You've watched it all, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Aye, class.
It was
we done a wee series on it way back when it first dropped, the final series. It's one of those shows that was great right up to the last season. Then we were like, no. My wife even got me these dragon egg candles, and I've never let them look.
The thing is, with the whole Game of Thrones thing, you were always way more into it than I was. Like when I eventually did start watching it, we started doing me reviews of the episodes and that, and you have this typical, almost savant knowledge of Game of Thrones.
You sound like my wife.
And I'm sitting here like, aye, see that baldy guy? That was my extent of the knowledge. I couldn't even remember people's names. I'd be like, see that baldy guy? You'd be like, Varys. I'd be like, aye, that's the fella.
But you're right, that is him. That is him.
I know. But I only learned that on the show. But I mostly like your knowledge. It was it's like, but this family's been fighting with this family, and this guy, he was pals with him, but then no pals, and then they were pals again. And then he snapped them in the back. I'm just sitting there like I missed all of that.
Well, that's the thing. Well, see, the thing is, my wife has just restarted watching it now because she watched it years ago. Well, the thing is, she watched it a wee while ago, back when it came out, kind of thing. She wasn't paying attention, right? And she sped through it. So now it's like she's watching it for the first time. Do you know? I'll say to her, and this is the best way to watch it. So I'll say, Lauren, pause it. So pause it. And I say, see how you just said that there? And then I give her the lore because, unfortunately, Game of Thrones starts...
That doesn't sound like the best way to watch it, though.
It is. Ask her. She's enjoying it that way. And here's why. Game of Thrones starts in the middle of the story. So unless you've read the books or know what happens before Game of Thrones, they talk about it like you're already supposed to know. Do you know what I mean? The characters are referring to things that have happened that you've not seen, that happen in the books. So you have to have some understanding to truly understand what they're talking about. And my wife has actually said that she understands it more because I've explained things to her. So it's actually a good way. Game of
Is that
Thrones is
no
probably the
sign
only
of
one.
bad writing then?
No, I think it's great writing because it's so detailed that you can't put it all in an episode. You can't sit there and... Do you know, in real life, we would talk about things. And how many times you say, oh, well, this happened at my work. This guy fell out with his missus. You give me a wee bit of context before we talk about it. You give me a little something of the guy what you're talking about before I then go doing this journey with what the fuck you've done to him at your work. Yeah?
Aye,
Same
but that's
thing,
different.
same thing.
I'm not making
Nah,
money out of telling you that story.
That's no different, no? Because...
I think that like every time something gets adapted for a book into a movie or a TV show, certain things have to get missed out. But if you're going to miss those things out, they have to get ignored.
in the show, but they don't. They talk about it like you know who the fuck.
But that's
they
what I
are.
mean. They should have just ignored the shit that nobody knows about.
I think I was.
But then you get the folk that reading the book like, oh, they left that out. But I guarantee you, more people, exponentially more people, have seen the shows than read the books.
Of course.
The same with Lord of the Rings. Same with Lord of the Rings. And they would have left stuff out of them. So
They're pretty good with Lord of the Rings. But the thing is, I think either way, Game of Thrones done that. And now when I'm rewatching it again now, I'm picking up on things I never picked up on before. Purely just from really loving it and understanding more of the characters and what's been said. They say things in like season 2 that you then get to see in season 7, and you forgot that wee throwaway line was even said. But I pick up on it now because I know what's coming in season 7. So I go, oh, okay, they always foreshadowed it. You know what I mean? So I think depending on who you are, if you go and research it all, then watch it, fair enough. But it can be handy to have a wee encyclopedia next to you when you don't quite understand what's going on. Matthew says, watch the birthday one yet? When you sent it. To be honest, I can't mind much about it now. Matthewman's on the sauce. I do remember the elevator music being played through about 80% of the movie. I had the stuff on VHS as a kid, always loved it. It's like a 50s B movie only about killer alien yogurt. Yogurt, aye, is that what that is? Aye. Ross says, going to need to start watching it. Haven't watched a single episode. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm surprised. Will it be one of the biggest shows ever? Surprised so many.
It's a lot. It's a lot of time to invest, though. It really is. Like, I mean,
An hour a night,
eight seasons it ran for, and there's how many episodes in a season? 20 or something?
No,
Is
10.
it 10 episodes a season, an hour each. That's 80 hours. That's a lot of spare time.
Well, how many hours do you think folk... Jay Mack, I'll ask you this specifically. How much time do you think you get scrolling TikTok? How many hours do you think gets chewed up on that?
Now? But here's the difference though. You can scroll on TikTok or Facebook, whatever. You can waste all that time when there's other folk about. But I can't watch a TV show when there's other folk about making noise.
Can you
doing
not?
shit.
I can.
Nah.
I can.
I can't. There's the
I
difference.
suppose it's personally. But to be fair, I watch it at night when I'm going to sleep. Or if I'm trying to watch a screen and it doesn't work.
Aye. Well, at least you watched Game of Thrones, unlike The Birthday.
Well, I've seen it, so technically I'm just remembering it now, really. I don't need to really pay attention. Oh, your life contains themes uncomfortable and has been restricted. Oh, they've actually given me a big thingy now. I think it's because you keep drinking that bottle. I think we are still live on it, but there was like a big red notification on it. Class. Aye. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, we didn't. Oh.
I'm here all week.
Well, we'll not be here next week because we're probably going to get banned off of TikTok now, so that'll be class.
It's funny how we can get banned for like having a wee drink on TikTok, but folk can't get banned for like mentally abusing their fucking spouses and stuff. You know,
they unfortunately make their own rules, but such is life, eh? Such is life.
Yeah, it'll be in a glass next week.
Aye. Just try to figure out if we're still on Instagram. Yes. Instagram, the place where no one ever tunes in. Well, two people. But
Pardon me.
being fair. You hope this gets a sequel 20 something years later. 21 years later.
So what? So they
22
can
years
actually tell a story. No, it doesn't need a sequel. The day after your birthday. Oh no, what's going to happen? Thing is, just when it's coming out ahead, it just stops and finishes. You're just like, right. So I don't even get the payoff. I don't get to see him do what I want to see him do. And then you're like, kind of shows that he's going to do it, and then boom, directed by Spanish guy. I'm like, okay, mint. Ideal. Superb. Thanks for
Ross
watching.
says, still on TikTok for now. Well, hey. Aye. We shall see. Aye, so, I will check out this film. I'll maybe say next week.
Wait,
whether or
don't.
not.
Honestly, I would say do not even bother. Don't fucking bother. There's no point. There is no point. There's a point. There would have been a point if you watched it before, but there's literally no point now. Like, and I'm not saying that because I'm like, oh, you should have watched it. I'm not saying it like that. Don't waste your time. Your time is precious. Your time is limited.
Do you think it was that bad?
Aye, I would never recommend this to anybody.
I think Matthewman should have came on to defend it a wee bit. Wolfman says, don't listen to Jay, watch it. Best movie ever made. Well,
He's lying.
he's going to have to convince you've watched it wrong.
It won't. Even Wolfman can't get me past this one. But I mean, if you want to watch it, yeah, go ahead. But I'm no.
We get a karaoke this thing, mate, and sing in it.
Fair dues. No, I think I will still watch it. 2 hours is a long time for a film that you've told me is shite. That's the only thing, isn't it?
Like I said, it would have made a decent short film. Because short films are there to kind of showcase what could be as well. It's like, listen, this is what we can do with no money. Imagine what we could do with money and time and facilities. But as a feature, no.
Nars says, you watched it wrong. You're supposed to watch it with the volume at 0 and facing away from the TV.
Oh, I knew it, man. I knew it. I knew I was doing something wrong when I was watching it. Fucking, I should have been looking into that corner at my wee pile of swords and barbells that I'm never going to use again. Instead of looking at the screen with this fucking nonsense going on. And it suffers as well for that one location thing, which can be really tedious if a film's not done properly. There's no footage outside. It's all in one hotel. Which, if you're making The Shining, is a good thing, but if you're making The Birthday, it's definitely not a good thing. Well played for getting it made, I suppose. There wasn't such a thing as crowdfunding back then, so they must have secured funding for somewhere. They managed to convince somebody to part with their hard-earned cash to make this nonsensical script into a feature. But sometimes things just don't pay off, and this just didn't pay off. IMO, you know what I mean? IMO.
Emo. Yeah, incel. Do you know what an incel is?
Do I know what an incel is? I fucking am one.
So you do know.
Of course I know what an incel is.
Is that just a word that was made up in the last wee while? Or has that always been a thing?
It's only one I've become familiar with in the last 10 years or so. But
10
I don't know
years?
if
I've only just heard it in the last couple of months. And it's we lefties that are saying it, so I'm like, ugh.
it's we lefties that are incels.
I know, but they're calling everybody else.
So aye, no bother. Aye, everybody else is dyeing their hair blue and trying to shoot the president.
TikTok banned for mentioning the president, probably. In fact, no, actually, they're for him because he actually reinstated it. But so next week, shall we?
They tried
do
to get me. They tried. But nobody dodges a bullet better than me. Okay.
Aye. Anyways,
Should we cover?
I'm not going to do an impression of him because I'll be accused of being racist.
Should we cover Fist of Fury next week, or the stuff?
Please, can we do Fist of Fury? I don't know how much longer I can do bad films.
Well, wait a minute. The stuff's an interesting one. Matthewman swears by it. We will do Fist of Fury.
Saying Matthewman swears by something doesn't mean it's a good film. I think even Matthewman knows he likes shite. He knows. I'm not telling him something he doesn't know. He likes crap films. He finds them fun. Sometimes I find them fun, but no other fucking time.
I think it will be good. I'm putting my faith in it, but we'll do that the week after. So next week, ladies and folks, it will be Fist of Fury, Bruce Lee classic, which is called Big Boss, right? So, aye, looking forward to that. But are we doing Fist of Fury or Big Boss?
Let me compose myself here for a second, right? Let me just fucking sort myself out. First of all, what we've got in that picture, right? The wee picture of me looking like I've just shat myself is from Fist of Fury.
Mm-hmm.
The picture of Bruce Lee behind it is Fate Enter the Dragon. The picture of me with Bruce Lee, sorry, my face on Bruce Lee's body on the left with the nunchucks is from Way of the Dragon.
Uh-huh.
So we've got a big mix going on here. And also, the big boss in America was called Fists of Fury.
Uh-huh.
Fist of Fury was called the Chinese Connection in America. Fist of Fury nowhere is called the Big Boss.
See, you thought Game of Thrones was fucking difficult to follow.
One thing I would say about all the Bruce Lee films, they are not difficult to follow. I've never been sitting there like that. What just happened there?
Well, I'm looking forward to covering whichever of those films it is we are. Nard says, I like some amount of shite too. Amen to that, brother. Matthewman says, Nard's backed me up on the stuff. Don't accidentally watch Fisting of Fury.
Alright, I won't do it accidentally.
J Mac, you were in that.
Shh! Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
So next week it'll be a Bruce Lee film, nonetheless, whatever one it is.
I think it's going to be Fist of Fury. Even though I wanted, like when I first suggested it, I wanted to do the Big Boss, but we'll go with Fist of Fury.
We can do Big Boss.
No, because see that thing you've made. There is zero Big Boss in there. So
I can make another one.
No, don't. It's fine.
And I have made it. Matthewman made the all of it, most of it. I just kind of pieced it together into one that fits like a thumbnail.
Right.
So Matthewman made all of it.
Well, we'll do Fist of Fury. In fact, Fist of Fury might be a good one to start on because it's set back in the 1920s, so it's set before all the other ones. So we'll do it chronologically.
Class.
The stuff is peach, but nice warm peach, so it's all good, Matthewman. Right.
Class. Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's been fun watching this film, this Corey Feldman one. All 2 minutes I saw of it. J-Mac, I know it's 2 hours you'll never want back. So,
I'll never get back. I want it back. I definitely want it back.
but you can.
The good thing is the 2 hours you spent watching it were spent watching Game of Thrones, so you're all right.
That was the 2 hours. That was just a wee while. I only watched Game of Thrones and then I had shit today, so I never got 2 full episodes.
So you couldn't even have watched it if you wanted to.
Oh no, I could, just if it was working.
Sorry, man, I'm just being a knob.
Nah. So I will see you next week, Sunday at 9 p.m. for a Bruce Lee film. I'm sure you'll all be delighted with that. And then the week after that for the stuff.
Mind, I always ask you before we do it, what one we're in. You have to tell me the right film, right?
I'll watch them all.
Can you just say a Bruce Lee film? I don't have 10 hours to spare before a podcast.
We'll figure it out. Keep an eye on the socials. I think it will be big. Why don't just if we get are they long films?
90 minutes roughly.
Maybe try and get 2 of them in. Big Boss and Fist of Fury.
No.
No.
We're not amalgamating my favourite films into one episode, man. Get yourself fucked.
Alright, tell me what one it is. Tell me now before we go.
Right. Let's just do it in the order that you made them, right?
Right.
Right, so when he was 6, he was in a film called The Kid. Right, so we'll watch that first. We'll start with The Kid. So that was made in like 1946. Right, so we'll start with that, and then he did a few more things in another film called Thunder something.
Paradise. I remember that show.
No, we'll start. Let's just start with the Big Boss, even though I said we weren't going to. We'll start with the Big Boss, and then we'll just progressively work our way through them over time.
Right. Cool.
So, let's avoid pish horror for a while, and we'll stick into some good martial arts.
Okay. I'll watch my Bruce Lee stuff.
Oh, I remember that. Bring that up again. It's like I've got a Bruce Lee box set, and I'm looking at that going, none of that's got Bruce Lee in it at all.
Bruce Lee.
2 of them have got Bruce Lee, the other 2 are Jackie Chan.
Bruce Lee. We've got Bruce Lee at home.
Bruce Lee, the chalk ice of Bruce Lee film.
Chalk ice. Tastes like fucking paper. You can taste the paper after them, mate.
Chalk Lee, that's his new name.
Chalk Lee. Oh, Matthew. Chalk Lee. Oh, man.
Have you tried that Dubai chocolate shit? Yeah. No?
Dubai chocolate?
Dubai chocolate, it's all the rage, man. It's the fucking trend to try this ridiculously expensive chocolate. I actually had a bar because...
Good, you did, you cunt.
No, my friend had bought a couple of bars of it for my sister.
Aye.
And I was going to give them to her. It was after the film festival. I was going to give them to her. And I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind trying that. She's like, oh, you have a bar then? So I was like, cool.
What's
so
it
then
called?
I had it. Dubai chocolate. It's chocolate with like pistachios and stuff in it.
Oh, I think I've seen it at the fucking tills.
No.
It looks
I'll tell you
stupid.
what, it's stupid expensive as well. Like I think I had them for Lidl, and I think they're £4 a bar. But
So
like it's like normally about a tenner a bar. But I'll tell you
Dubai
something.
chocolate or not Dubai?
I'll tell you something though. It was fucking tasty, but a bit of me was going, tastes like a Kinder Bueno.
Really?
Yeah, which I'd love.
Well,
I love Kinder Bueno, so I did really enjoy
I
the
do
Dubai
love
chocolate. But it's no £10 a bar worth. Do you know what I mean?
Well, by the way, that I'll pick one up tomorrow and let you know what I think about it. I love pistachio lattes. Right, I know it sounds weird, but they're class.
No, I can imagine that being very good.
So maybe I'll get a bash. Dubai chocolate. So dumb.
Dubai or not Dubai?
Not Dubai.
Something's rotten in the state of Dubai, and Hamlet is taking out the trash. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. Sorry, it's a thing of beauty.
To be or not to be. Not to be.
That is a pretentious cigar, that one, isn't it?
Has to be.
Imagine trying to smoke a cigar that leverage causes your face to hit the fucking carpet.
Look at my cigar holder.
Oh, that's an awesome cigar holder. That's what you should use that for.
I know.
Use that for that. That's perfect.
And when it's McCulkin, he gets it up.
McCulkin. Oh, jeez. Right. Since we're getting banned anyway.
Fucking hell. Well, on that note, enjoy a Corey Feldman themed outro, and we'll see you guys next week, Sunday 9 p.m. Keep your eye on the socials. Want us to do cool stuff? Get in contact. We'll do some cool stuff, and we'll catch you guys then. Thank you for tuning in. As always, it's a pleasure. Thanks for dedicating any time of your week to us. It does not go amiss for us. It's very much appreciated, and if you need anything from us, you know where to find us, guys. It's been a fucking pleasure, and we'll see you next week at 9 p.m. J Mac.
We will, and it's for the big boss. The big boss. Okay?
Big boss.
The big boss.
See you then.
Kevin on the mic, sharp like a blade. Jay Mack cracks a joke, got the crowd swayed. Sundays light up as they set the stage. Two voices cutting through the digital age. Oh, Kevin and Jay Mack, they roll like thunder. The bond isn't fake, it'll pull you under. They laugh, they clap, but they never found her. Brothers in the spotlight, no love is louder. laughs till the ribs ache, the jokes that they speak. Matthew Min drops his takes, always on point. The podcast rolls smooth, two kings on the joint. Oh, Kevin and Jay Mack, they roll